Um, so Orlando, you've posted a couple things recently that I missed for some reason in the community. You did a Math.js one and you worked with the date range picker a little bit, right?
Yeah, so the Math.js was that was the last day of the relax mode course. That's what we did, and they kind of
Oh, we
picture
did. Oh,
library.
that's right.
So I thought I'd post that. I still, I'm not clever enough to know what to do in terms of complex math tasks to throw at it.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd put it out there and see. But it's it's quite an interesting one, doing something that hasn't got any interface at all. So just kind of using the web viewer to manipulate the data rather than actually display it.
Yeah.
And actually that spurred me to look at another library to get to calculate averages over a period. So you can pass in like 2 years worth of data, and it will give you I think the term is weighted average. I know there's a couple of proper terms which I don't have written in front of me, so I can't remember them. But it levels out the average based over the year. So, on the first of the month, it will give you a year before that. It will average the year before, and so on and so on, which I want to build into some charting. So that kind of led on to that. So once that's finished, I'll post that as well. And then, I just did some research on the date picker that we did as part of the course as well, to see if I could have it automatically open when you call it, because there's no setting within that library to say have it also open. So if you're clicking a button in FileMaker, you have to then open the web viewer and then click into the field. So I just found a way of automating that. So again, just thought I'd share it. But I'm not sure I did it in the training section, so I don't know if the alerts or the notifications work within there, because I didn't see any. But so I can happily demo any of those if you like.
Yeah, show us one that you got. Yeah, let's see.
I'll do the I will do the date picker, because obviously that's got something you can see. So let me just open that up. Should have it prepared really. Date range picker, that's the one. While I'm preparing, how's your week been, Jeremy? Been busy?
Yeah, trying to prep for my presentation next week. I'm putting a lot in it and having a lot of resources and stuff. So I realize that if I teach people this and they actually start using it, maybe they won't want to do the course because I'm giving them all the secrets of the course. But we'll see.
It's that fine balance of giving them enough to get them interested, but you obviously still got to make a living.
Yeah.
So let me share my screen. I see you're doing. So is that's for pause and error, the one next week?
Yeah.
I think I saw. Are you doing auto enter as well at the end of the month?
No, I'm doing auto enter, not pause on error.
Okay. All right. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yep.
So I've just so the use case in this example is if you just got date fields in FileMaker that you want to update, but you might have other things on your layout, so you don't want a big web viewer or waiting for a pop-up. And obviously you can do it in a card window, but you still have the same problem of when you instigate it. So I've just called it, and it's just it's basically mimicked clicking into the field. But obviously, before that, you'd open the web view, and then you've just got a field that the user got to click into, which just kind of doesn't sit right with me, and it doesn't kind of fit into what they do elsewhere with other options. So yeah, so I'll just show you the end result. So I've obviously still got it within, you've got to click this button, so I'd build it in another way, but it just opens up, it sets the date if I have a date in there, and then it just automatically pops this up ready to use. And lots of investigating, and no, that's the wrong one. Where did I put that one? Sorry. It turns out it was just one line of code I needed, but it took me way too long to find that one line of code. Range picker. Oh, there it is. So it was just that I needed to add in. And that might make sense to you. So it's just saying, I believe that's saying on the document, date picker, perform a click. I could be completely wrong, but that's just my understanding, but it works. So I'll do more research and learn it more, but it's one of those things of got it working after lots of trial and error. But that, yeah, that was all it needed.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
That's cool. I see you read.
The only thing, yeah, and then that just, you know, you can just put that into a popover. So if you've got a list view or you've just got a date field, you could just put a button over that and then it pops up. And that can obviously go into a card window if you want to use that across multiple screens as well. So it's quite nice. Well, I think of that. What happened there? Yeah. So yeah, I've got to start. I've got some dashboards that have just got date fields. I'm just going to put that in instead, because this is, you know, this is the key thing for this one. I think just having these options and then being able to manipulate it. And then I also had to add in some other checks. So if you click outside of the picker, it would close. So I had to do some extra steps to actually close the pop-up, the popover as well. So I think it's.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, these two. So if you hit cancel or you close it by clicking behind the popover, behind the picker, rather than just the picker closing within the web viewer, it'll also close the popover and clear the web viewer just to tidy up. Yeah, so that's I posted that. I might post that in the show and tell bit. I just put it in the relaxed mode just for less people to tear it apart before I publicize it more. Yeah, so that's that one. Yeah, so take a look and see what see if there's anything drastically bad with it. And then I've also just to say that I've created the popover to just the right size for that to fit. There is a gap there, but if I reduce it any further, that all seems to cascade down. So so I think, yeah, so I might need to do some stuff with the CSS to tidy that up. But yeah, so that's that one.
Wonderful. Let's see here.
May I ask one question?
Yeah, go for
it. Does it handle the time zone things? I mean, maybe if I open your file in United States, it may not when the data is saved to FileMaker, will it
It's,
change back to
yes,
yeah
there is a
whenever
way to. Yeah, no. I keep closing it. Why do I keep closing it? I keep closing
I
the.
saw you have
Yeah.
used the moment.js, so maybe it
So
doesn't handle some of them, but
yeah, it does. There is settings in there, and I think it is using.
It is.
It
Yeah.
is using moment.js, if I remember. But as you select your dates, passing it back to FileMaker, I'm just using this line here to convert it to a UK format. So day, month, year. So you can modify that based on your requirements to pass back.
okay, nice.
Yeah, so it's that part there that I'm reformatting the date that the date range picker is passing me, so that it's suitable for my formats within FileMaker.
That's cool.
And then there's also steps here, so that the dates you pass in display the same way as well. So that's the format. You can change the labels of the buttons. So yeah, no, it's a nice library to use.
Very cool. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you seem to have solved that problem. I feel like I tried something one time where I don't remember what it was, but I'm glad you figured that out, because I think people were stuck on that idea.
Yeah, a lot of the other pickers that I've seen, they're not as elegant or as nice as this one, but they do have an option for inline usually, but this one didn't. So yeah, I had to try and figure out a way.
Cool. All right. Very cool. Well, I'll share some things here. I have been. Oh, my desktop is a mess. Let's see here. I've been just trying to work on getting my a starting file. So let's see, charting. Chart starter. Okay, let's see. Let's go here. Let's do that. All right, so we'll do that, and then we'll do that. And then I'll share my screen, which is, I think it's this one. Yeah. All right. So I have a file here, or a template now, that I can use. I want to try to use to what am I trying to say? To start up a chart. The whole point of my presentation is that I'm able to, I want to show people how quick and easy it really is to work with JavaScript and FileMaker, especially using this environment, especially the way that I've got this set up. So I have a template started, and I just kind of want to walk through it with this with a particular file. Since you all are familiar with my methods, I'll point out some stuff here, but this is meant to just give people as much of all the code that they need to make it work, so that they can work with JavaScript and FileMaker. The idea is that what I'll say in my presentation is, even though there's a lot of like FM Easy Charts, Carafe, all these things. There's a lot of things already that are out there that make it easy to do charts. I am trying to give people sort of a bridge between just doing it from scratch and using one of those things, because those things still kind of, they're a little bit hard to do. And in one case, in FM Easy Charts case, they're it's all in FileMaker, but it seems to me, it seems a little overkill to do it in FileMaker when you could just read this and make some updates here. Like you could easily just open this up in VS Code and change the colors and things would be just fine. So I have this file system. Let's get it set. There we go. Let's do an npm start. So the idea is, again, people can just follow these steps and in 5 minutes, they have a chart that is in the environment that comes with, all of the scripts and a get data script that shows exactly how the data should be constructed. And according to Apex charts, this is how it has to look. And so these are samples. So this is the idea. So what I'd like to do in this, in this session with people is walk them through how to take this and put it into their own app. What I've done here is I have this index.js file that really just has some basic information in it. And in it actually has a lot of stuff in here that is kind of hidden away. Like when the data comes in in that format, if they have set the chart type to be a line chart or a donut chart, then the JavaScript needs to reconfigure the data to make it work for that kind of. So I have a function down here that's hidden away, that's in a separate file that does all that work. And people don't have to come in here and do anything. The only thing that they might want to change is they could say, you know what, I don't like that it's stacked, so I'm going to turn that off by writing the word false there. And I'm going to demonstrate this in my session saying, yeah, you could just come in here and change that. You don't have to do much. You could change the colors if you wanted to something else pretty dang quick. And you can add other features to this. I've got the ability to click on it, so it's already built in. No one has to figure out how to do that. And it's all ready for people to start using. The tricky thing, I think, is not tricky, but just the thing that I'm going to have to demonstrate carefully is that you can, I'm just going to connect this to this app right here. I've got a file called summary data, and I want to bring all this stuff over. So I think what I want to do is, I'm just going to create a new layout. And this is just a file that I was searching for that has a bunch of old summary data in it. That has, yeah, it's just summary data. So here's what I'm going to show people in the session. I'm going to say, this is the development file. This is great. It works. It's perfectly good for you to test. But you obviously want to bring this over into your app. So here's how you do it. First thing you do is copy the HTML table and you paste it into your app. There we go. Then you go get the scripts from the development file. You really just grab that. You paste that in there. There are no errors because we've pasted the HTML in there. I could set this dashboard to be on that HTML context. So I'll have to point that out. And then I just want to bring over the options from here. Orlando, I think I'm gonna, at some point, I would love for your redesign of my template file to be the new one because it looks nicer than mine.
It's all yours.
All right. I realized that every time I paste this into another app, it's kind of a pain because I have that stuff on the left. So I'm gonna fix it up. So yeah, let's collaborate, and we'll give you the credit for that. But okay, so I can, for all intents and purposes, I can get rid of that file, and now I've got this file running that same code. So now this file, my actual client file, is connected, or it's reading the code over here. The last thing I need to do when I do for the deploy is update this file name, summary data. I don't know if it's going to have a problem with that capital. All right. So now we're good to go. The next, and that didn't actually take too long to get it hooked up to my app. The hardest part will be to work with the data. Let's just look at the data. The hardest part will be to work with the data to get this to work. So here's what I think I'm going to do, because I've got summary data, one kind of product for each month of the year. And I want to be able to display at least some of these. And I need to turn each one of them into this. You know, it's funny because this is, from this point on, this is all FileMaker stuff. It's turning this data into this right here, where the X value is the date, the Y value is the units sold, and then the name of this series is bananas. So these three lines are basically just all of the bananas records for maybe a certain date range. Actually, let's just do them all and see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. So this looks like it's pretty continuous. So this should be fun, and see how much data we can get. So what I have to do is, for this is going to be tough, is I have to convert this data, or this, to this. And I'm trying to decide, if I want to do this in FileMaker. That's where most of us could know how to do this. Or if I want to just let them pass this data in as a execute data API script step, and then have my JavaScript convert it to this format. So that's kind of what I'm struggling with right now. It certainly would be faster if I did it in JavaScript. But I think what I want to do is just walk through this now and see if there's any snags to it in here. I think the first thing I'll do is I'll set up the query. Actually, you know what? That's a good idea. I should have a query.
Maybe you should tell them how to do it in FileMaker. Then, if you want to know how to do it in much faster, like JavaScript, just join my course, something like that.
Yeah, I agree.
The other option is that, create query, is that if I just do it in JavaScript, then no one has to worry about it, and it's not even a thing, because I think I could construct a JavaScript function to take any data set. I don't know, it might be too hard because, I
would say show it in FileMaker so that I can't think of the word. It's in, we can manipulate it in the tool that we're familiar with. But then you could then have but you could take it to the next level. Join my course to find out how you can learn JavaScript to pass data quicker, etc., etc.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to construct a query quickly here. Primary key. I think this is right. I always have to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I doing wrong? Oh, quotes. There we go. All right, so let me go over to the data viewer. So I'm quickly trying to construct a query that will do this, and I should actually have this. Yep, that's right. I should have this in there as an example. I always forget. I don't know why I don't have that. There we go. I'll do that. Okay. So we're doing the query. We're doing the limit of 6,000. So let's see what this provides us. Boom, 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 boom. Data. So there we go. So now I got all my data. And all I need to do is now I need to, so, okay, so we got that. So here's the hard part. I have to, let me do this, perform script. And do that, query. Okay, and then set variable data, get script results. Okay, so now I've got the data. So now I need to transform it to look like this. And I need to do this for one series at a time. So this will not be that much fun because this is kind of a mix. Maybe what I should do is, do one product at a time, because one product is a series of data.
What if you had your data summarized in a table already?
Well, that's what this is. So this is the summary. That is the summary for the month. It's just reconstructing it in a way that fits what the library wants. It's Apex. Yeah. Apex charts is a little annoying in that it doesn't give you a good Apex charts working with data series. It doesn't give you a good, C3 was better for that. That's why I chose C3 for the course, is because it allows you to pass just an array of JSON of objects to it. But this one doesn't. It actually makes you construct it like this. So what I have to do is here's what I have to do. I have to look at for one product at a time. I have to create an array of the values. Okay, so let's try to do this. Do I have a sort in here? I don't have a sort. I should add a sort.
Apologies. Don, could you?
Oh, sorry.
No, not you, Sam. Don, I'm just getting lots of background noise.
Oh, sorry. Maybe you could try summary field or something like that. Or if you could use some hyperlinks to collect the data, just reconstruct the array. The array maybe it will be much easier to the user. No, the developer. They don't familiar with JavaScript or something like that. Yeah.
Wait, I don't quite follow. So the here, let me write this down. So we're trying to reconstruct. We're trying to reconstruct this data that's here as a as what it should look like here. Right? So actually what I should do is I should provide I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I'm getting the data. It's going to be sorted by its dates. Actually, what do I want to do here? I think I have an idea, but this is complex. So let me work through it and see if I can come up with this. So
Maybe you could go to file mode and search by a script, just looping the data, something like that.
yep, that's probably
Yeah,
the simplest
it may
way.
be easier to
Well, here,
to some.
let's do this. You're right, but you know what? I'm gonna, okay, so let me do this. Let me do set value or set variable products. And we'll just do a list of, we'll just do bananas and apples and peaches to start. Okay. Now we're going to do a loop here. Do that. One. Exit loop if I is greater than max. I'm just quickly trying to set up a loop, set variable max, value count, products. I don't feel like I'm not sure that I have to spend a whole lot of time on this because the people that I'm talking to are FileMaker developers. They're not scared by, I don't think. I'm going to have to explain the concepts of this, but they know they could do a find, like you said, or I'm using execute data API. I'm going to pass in a product. I'm going to pass in a product.
Yeah, you could pre-write this loop that you run.
Let's go over to the query.
You're demoing the output rather than the method.
What?
You could pre-write all of this before the class because you're demoing the JavaScript side, not the FileMaker side.
So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to say product or type it is, and I'm going to do product. So all I want to do is search for the product. I want to sort it by field name. All right, so let's try this. I know this isn't going to work at the moment. If I do this, if I say let product equal bananas. There we go. Okay, so now product is bananas. So now I can do my query. Sort is wrong. What did I get wrong with the sort? Field name. Oh. Let me fix that here. Let's do 0 dots. There we go. Just check this out quick. Yep, that's what I want. Okay, so let's run this again. We're going to have hard-coded the word product or bananas for the product. Actually, yeah, it's still that way. Dang it, I forgot to put the sort in there. I'll do that in a minute. Okay, so now I'm just getting the bananas product. So that's good because I'm doing one product at a time, right? And okay, so that's good. Let me fix the sort. Sort JSON array. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now let's get rid of that products because it'll mess me up. There we go. All right, so now my get data is going to do apples, bananas, peaches. It's going to get the data for one of those. And now what I have to do is I have to reconstruct that data set to be X with the date, Y with the value. Okay, so let's do that. So let's set variable. Actually, I'm going to do this. Yeah, set variable data name or series name 1. Just do 1. Actually, I could have done that. Now we're going to do the data series data. So what I have to do is I have to actually do a loop here. Set variable JSON. Actually, let's do this. JSON list values data. I think that will work. Let's try that. Boom, 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 boom. So data. Shoot, no. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Okay. Oh, did I not exit the script? No, I did. Come on. Wait, what? Results. Field criteria are empty. Did I?
Is it the name of the layout?
Yep, it was working just a few seconds ago. What did I do? Query, where's my query? What? All right, let's start that over because that was working a few seconds ago. Boom, 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 boom. Here's my, oh, that's right, because of the, that's right. So annoying. I hate it when I have to pass parameter into a script. It's tough to debug that script. All right. What's what the heck is happening? Why am I doing badly with my coding? Products, max, get value, products. Okay. Products. That's misspelled. Okay. Oh my God. All right, let's just do this. Let's just get this working. So we're going to say bananas. Bananas. Okay. So boom. Yep. Okay. So data is that. Good. Now we would want to do a list values. JSON list values data, just to turn it into a max values value count data. Okay. So, all right, so let's get through this here. Boom. All right, so there's 96 records and we've got just a list of this. So now all we need to do is just for each one of these, we need to loop through this and then construct this for each element, construct this object for each element. So let's do that. Let's do, so we got the series name. We're going to do a loop here. We're going to set variable j to 1, exit set variable j plus 1, exit loop if j is greater than max values. Set variable one row equals get value data j, and then we'll do I'm going to do the set variable for chart. Okay. So we'll do one row, and then we're going to do set variable x is JSON get element. One row date, y is units sold, and then I'm going to do set variable obj is JSON get element or set element. Oh, this is so much easier in JavaScript. Let's do x JSON string y JSON number. Okay, and then we'll do set variable for chart JSON set element. This is not very good. For chart, we're going to do, I'm going to do index JSON object set variable index is I minus, there is j minus 1. All right. So I think that will work. Let me think. Is there a better way to do that? I'm going to do it a different way. Sorry, I'm going to do it a different way. Nah, this is fine. This works. All right, so let's go get the data. All right. So we start with one row. Ah, damn it. Field data. Ugh, I can't believe I forgot that. That's a rookie mistake if I ever saw one. Field data dot. I think I would know that. Okay. One row. There we go. We got the X value, we got the Y value, we got the object. Perfect. And then we're going to put it into the, there we go. So what I'm doing is I'm recreating this data one here. Okay, so let's let that play out. Boom. All right, so now I've got a for chart that's got 96 values. Great. Looks like it's in order because of the sort. Great. Now I've set this data series name. It's bananas. Great. All right, good. So now that I've got that, once I have the for chart and the series name, all I need to do is set that into right there. I can say series JSON. Actually, how do I want to do this? JSON set elements. This is just annoying. Let me think. What does it need? Yeah, it needs that. Okay. It needs the data in data, and it needs the name and name. Okay, so I'm going to set variable. This series equals JSON set element. We'll do name series data. I wish I had better variables. I'm gonna do series name, JSON string, and then I'll do series data. Do series data. That's not or for chart, I guess. JSON array. Boom, boom. All right, let's do series. Series name. Okay. So all right, so let's run it all the way down to there. Boom. All right, so let's see what we got. We got into the series. Oh, shoot. What did I do wrong here? Oh, silly me. I left this open. Actually, no, I want, oh, I see, that's what I was doing. Okay, so I was just saying the series JSON set element, JSON set element series, and we'll just do this stupid way. And I-1, and so we're setting it into that. We'll do this series JSON object. All right, so let's run that. So here, what is I? Oh, I don't have an I. I thought I did. Where is my I? Huh. Oh, I forgot I. Okay. Oh, maybe that's why it was having problems. Set variable I1. Let's do this. Let's do get value products I. Okay. Okay, so this series looks good. And then series looks good. Okay. So that's one series, and it says data is that, name is bananas, which looks exactly like this. Name. Yep. Okay. So let's keep on going. Now it's going to do products, or one, I guess. One is apples. So let's run that. So now I've got apples and bananas. Great. I think this is going to work. All right, so now I got to stop that because all of this will, I'm just going to make sure series, I think this will be fine. Okay, so let's comment that out. Let's let it run all the way down to here. All right, so my series, JSON format, series. Beautiful. This is exactly what I need. Great. So I've got the first series of data. First series is bananas. Then, okay. All right. So let's see what happens. Let's run this and see what happens. Let's go back to that. And look at that, guys. Look at that. Obviously, you know, we got some issues. But I mean, you know, that took a little bit of time, but it actually worked out pretty dang well. Right? What I could come in here, I think apex charts, x-axis type. I think there's a, so right now I've got it just as dates as cat type. I'm gonna try date time and see what happens in my code. Okay, so that doesn't change much, except for now I can do some formatting. And I think actually, if I didn't do the sorting, it would automatically sort it for me because it's just what it does. So now let's do a stack for the fun of it. Stack, true. And let's give it a new color. Let's do Adobe color. Pick a different theme. Let's go with that. Let's do that color. And do that color. And we'll do this color. All right. Look at that. There's some work to do, but
Nice. Yeah, great.
so the point of this is that it's I want to show people that it's not that difficult, right? I barely did anything in this JavaScript. So they don't have to be scared about this. They could come in here and change the colors and update the true or false or whatever. But they don't need to be scared about this because I've constructed everything to do it. The longest time the thing that took me the most time to do was write a script that converted the execute data API script step result into, in fact, this will work, well, they'd have to update these here. That's the only two places that they would have to update, but that's the point of this. What do you think, guys? Obviously, it's too much data. That's fine. That's not the problem. But do you think?
Yeah, you can just change your query.
Yeah.
Reduce the days. Yeah, no, I think it's good. Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. I did make a couple notes just for the presentation.
Yeah.
It just struck me that. You're kind of jumping into it. But what might be worth doing is giving a very quick example of what they're probably using now, which is the built-in charts, and kind of show how you set, even if it was just 2 minutes, showing that dialogue for setting up a chart, because that is one of the scariest things in FileMaker. And then at the end, you can give okay, this is what you can get out of FileMaker, and this is what you can get out of using JavaScript in FileMaker. And I think that'll be where people are like, oh yeah, actually,
okay,
it looks complex, but in comparison to what we have, yeah, if you kind of had the FileMaker chart on one side and then you're doing this on the other side, I think that would be a winner for people.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so that was the one thing that I just struck me, that maybe you could just have a 2-3 minute at the beginning, saying why you would implement this, and this is probably what you're using now, which is fine, but this is what you could be doing.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ooh, boy, that's quite messy. But I mean, the point is that they could come down here and they could, let's put a height in here. Height, I think it's just 500. There we go. So now I can easily eliminate a couple of the series, focus on just that. Nice. I'm going to do a And this is what I want to show people is they can come in here and really, so I could do a stroke, I could do a curve. So let's do a stroke. Is it in the, let's just do that. So stroke, curve, smooth. Let's see if that works. Nope. Oh, it's a,
You've got the extra icon.
the object. There we go. Okay. Nice. Looks like the width is too wide, so I'm going to change it. So again, this is just showing, hey guys, there's nothing to be scared about this because it's really just, nice. Good. I love this. I think this will work. Maybe that's a little bit too thin and such, but the point is that this is showing them that they just, you know, they use their FileMaker skills to collect the data, and then they can come in here and update some settings, which I'll give them some dash. I could do this 0, 0. What is, I think that's, oh, that's interesting. I could provide an array. I could do smooth for each data series. I could do smooth, straight, step line. Oh, so that did work. It allows me to change the kind of the kind of line for each. So the peaches or the bananas is a, looks like it's smooth because that's the first data set. The step line is straight, I guess. And then the peaches is step line. Cool.
You can mix your chart types as well.
What?
You can mix your chart types, so you can have a bar and a line.
Yeah.
Let's
do that.
So many options.
Yeah.
Only so much time.
Cool. So the point of this in 25 minutes is to show them that once you have this set up, it's really easy. And you could take this template, you could take the template of this that I provide, you could take the template script, you could take the template file that I've got, and I'm going to put this over here. And you could really just do with it what you want and, you know, update a couple things. Here they have to update a couple fields. The get data script, they would have to update, but I mean, that's not that difficult, is it, guys? I mean, maybe because you know this stuff, it's easy, but it's really not that difficult.
Not at all.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it is, but.
Well, for your audience, I think it's fine because they're people that are attending a conference, so they've got to have a base knowledge of this stuff.
Yeah. Sample, get data script. Cool. Well, if you go ahead. Yeah, Orlando.
Yeah, and at the end, if you need any help, just join our office hours or sign up for a course. That's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is offer some free extra office hours. So this is it's actually next Wednesday at 3 p.m. my time. So I won't have office hours in the afternoon next week or in 2 weeks, the 19th. But it's, I'm going to offer some office hours. I'm going to have my Zoom open for 2 hours on Thursday and Friday. And if people want to come in and help, ask me to help them get set up, because I will do that. There's a lot of tools
there's VS Code, there's Git, there's npm, there's all this stuff that I'm skipping over.
Yeah,
But
yeah, and you got to give them a reason to get in contact with you.
Yeah, and I'll say, hey, here's my documentation. Here's the videos that I have for people to do this on their own. But if you want to come and I'll walk you through it in person, no obligation, no charge. It's just, let's get it set up, and then if they want to take the course and do more with this, then that's great. So cool. Well, that's good. Yes, you're right, Sam. I could have done this a different way and just done the find. I don't actually do finds any other way but the execute data API script step nowadays. It's not my, I don't know. I prefer to do that every time now. And especially since, but this is a pain. So here's the deal, guys, and I'd love for you to think about it and let me know, but this script could be written, but I could also write a JavaScript function that does this too. That JavaScript function would take in what field are they interested in for the X value? What field of the execute data API script step result are they interested for the Y value? And what is the name of this series? If they give me those 3 parameters, then a JavaScript function can do this and can reconstruct the data and they can just pass in the execute data API script step result, which is what I'm trying to teach people to use, like data tables and such. So let me know what you think about that as it occurs to you. This wasn't difficult. I'll provide this as an example, but it would be much better for people and much more accessible if they said, all right, all I'm going to do is create the query, get the data back, and I'm going to send that data to the web viewer, and the web viewer can take this data and construct it in the way that they want to construct it. So I don't know, something to think about. So
no, I think if you have that to demo, you could say, okay, you could use this script, or you could go to the next level and do it all in JavaScript, and it will look something like this. But the file that you offer is just the FileMaker side, I think.
Yeah,
that's what I would suggest.
Okay.
And kind of again, going back to what I said earlier, show them what they're probably doing now in FileMaker with the inbuilt charts, what they can do with this tool, and then the next level with more in-depth knowledge of JavaScript.
Cool. Yeah. All right. All right, folks. Well, this was fun. I'm trying to, oh, that's why. Let's try this here, see if I can get this to work. So I've added another query. Let me save it. There we go. Good. So now I've got just that year's data. Very nice. All right. Well, yeah, let me know. I'll be playing with this some more. I'm going to record a video probably Thursday or Friday of showing all of this. I'll roll it around in my head too and see what I think is the best. This is the important part, creating the query. This is a little bit more challenging. Well, maybe it's not. I'm going to try to write a function that does this and just see if I can get that created. So anyway, let me know what you think. I look forward to doing this and putting it together, because I'm really just interested in showing people, hey, if you want to have absolute complete control over this, if you want to play around in JavaScript, here is a good way to start. Using this development environment, using this template, you can produce something, and then maybe it will hook them.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, I want to play with this some more. So maybe I'll join the course or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm interested in this. It's kind of a commercial, but it's more really just evangelism to get this out there for people and show them that it is completely possible for any FileMaker developer to do this work. So, yeah.
Perfect.
All right, folks. I gotta go work out here and let my dogs out. But yeah, let me know what you think, and we'll talk next week.
Awesome.
Okay.
Brilliant. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you,
might see
Jeremy.
you later, depending on how I'm feeling.
What'd you say?
I said I might see you this afternoon,
Oh.
depending on how I am